Welcome to the session of Power of Positive Thinking today. Before we start the session, I just want to share that as the most unfortunate, we lost Captain Naresh Kakkad a couple of days back, and he was one of the chapter leaders for Chandigarh. He's a great soul. He made a difference in people's life. He touched so many lives in his tenure, and he brought many positive changes and took the chapter to the next level. I request everybody to maintain a silence for 1 minute as a homage to him. Thank you, friends. I appreciate your nice gesture. So we'll start. So today's session is on the power of positive thinking. So we all must be doing and implementing on day-to-day life, but a lot of people, they may not understand the actual meaning of this, or they might want to understand more on how they can implement the positive thinking. We would have heard many motivational quotes on power of positive thinkings. The things have a way of looking themselves out if we just remain positive. So the positive word should be there. I don't think anything is unrealistic if you believe you can do it. So we are just phrasing it in a positive direction, like, okay, we can do it. I believe one of my strengths is my ability to keep negative thoughts out. Be positive. Always turn a negative situation into a positive situation. So these kind of thoughts, we the phrases we always hear in our day-to-day life. So we have Swami Pradeep with us today. He will be enlightening all of us from the perspective of his eye view, like how we can inculcate the behavior strength, or implement and demonstrate and showcase the power of positive thinking. Mr. Swami Pradeep, he is a motivational trainer, mental skills trainer, yoga therapist, author, and spiritual healer. I welcome Swami Pradeep to this session, and over to you, Swami Pradeep.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So just before starting the session, I hope everybody, I am audible to all of you. I hope, because already I've done a test.
Yes, I am able to hear.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you. So just a quick introduction about me, because most of you are not aware about me. So just a quick introduction. I have been in the corporate world for close to 25 years. And along with that, I used to practice my yoga and all this 25 30 years. And after I left my corporate world a few years back, I've dedicated my complete life for my spiritual path. So I teach yoga, I do counseling sessions, workshops, okay, across a few countries also. I keep traveling around. So this is what I keep doing. And I'm also a freelance trainer for Tamil Nadu Cricket Academy, where I train those cricketers on yoga as well as mental skills training. And also I've written a few, 2 books, and it is there in Amazon Kindle stores. And I've started my YouTube channel just recently, few weeks back. It's in the name of Swami Pradeep YouTube channel. So already I've uploaded, every week I keep uploading one video. It's on about philosophy, motivation and yoga, all these subjects. So this is about myself. So today's subject on positive thinking. Yes. Okay, this subject, almost everybody, we have been hearing this about, keep yourself positive and you can still achieve life, success in life. But my question to everybody is, do you all think that by just thinking positive, do you think the success do come in our life? Answer is no. Just by thinking alone positive, it doesn't happen. So how do we attain that success in life through that positive thinking is all about this session, where I'm going to talk about my own personal experience and also my association with a lot of stalwarts where they have achieved a big success in life because of that positive approach. So here, when I said that just by thinking, do we attain positive thinking? No, it doesn't happen, right? So then how come a lot of people, in spite of thinking positive, why are they not achieving success in their life? The basic things, there are few elements or ingredients which I keep telling people is to understand first faith, dream, goal, willpower, and most important is the energy. So these are all the basic ingredients which we need to understand, imbibe, and then start executing as per the situation, the circumstances when we go through the life. Okay, so each one does take some time, but I will try to, because the time is very limited, so I'll try to, talk whatever possible way I can do that. So now the question is, how does one, come out of this negative thinking when somebody says, yes, I'm thinking positive, but still I'm not able to achieve success in my life? Why? Because when you think positive, there is always a negative aspect into that. Why? Can I? Will I? Okay. Even if there is an iota of that doubt, that is where we fail. That is where we face a lot of challenges. Hence, that positiveness doesn't come in. Here, let me, give you illustrate a small story over here. Okay, a guy, okay, he's going through a lot of problems, issues, challenges, failures in his life. So what he thought is, okay, I'm unable to bear this anymore. Let me see, I should get some solutions. So he goes and he meets an astrologer. Obviously, he meets an astrologer and he says, sir, I'm going through a lot of issues. Can you help me? Can you help me out on this? So what the astrologer, after reading his horoscope, the astrologer says, don't worry, man. Okay, I think in another 2 or 3, 3 years or 4 years, this period will go on. Okay, you are going to, suffer like this because I can see your Kundalini, your planets, everything is gone haywire, and you will go through this ordeal for some more years. And he believed him. Is it so, Swami, sir? So what should I do? How can I come out of it? Is there no way out? So this is one scenario when that astrologer says that you're going to go through that negative aspect or the suffering. He believed in him completely. Okay. And then another scenario, the same astrologer is going to say, guy, don't worry. Okay. Your ordeal or your trouble period is just for another few more weeks, after which you are going to have an awesome life. Okay. You're going to be successful, everything and anything. Again, this guy will ask, sir, is it so? Do you think I will succeed? So look at the doubt, right? Even if a person says positively, still that doubt comes in. Will I achieve? Will I get it? Okay. So that doubt, okay, is the issue where we fail in our life. Why what that doubt comes in? It is because of that fear factor. Okay. Fear is another aspect of our life where it keeps on, blocking our success or blocking our thinking process. And, it really creates a lot of hurdles in our life. So if you observe what really is, important in all these things is the words what you apply into your mind. See, when that astrologer said you are going to succeed, still his mind is refusing to accept it. Okay, because that is the way he has conditioned his life from our childhood. This is another big issue we always have in our life, the conditioning of from our childhood, the day from we are born, everything we have been instilled with fear. If you don't eat, you'll not be healthy. If you don't study, you'll be failure. Everything there is a opposite. If you don't do this, if you do that, so everything, that conditioning has automatically created a fear within us. I'm saying this on a larger aspect. Okay, all these things I'm talking in a larger aspect, nothing specific to anybody or anything. Okay, so when this conditioning is so infused into us, what happens is the kind of the thinking process, the positive approach, when we try to do, it creates a doubt in us always. Okay, so we always doubt when we try to do positive things. So what should we do when we really want to get that positivity activated? It is the energy which is very important. Okay, when you think positive, when I'm thinking positive, okay, today for example, if I'm going for an interview, what should I do? I should prepare myself for that. So those words which you are going to get into your thoughts should have that energy of completeness. You understand? So that energy, when you feel it completely, every word what you think, every word what you utter, with that energy, if you apply, you can really feel it. Okay, so here maybe I would like to demonstrate a small session on how these words can impact each one of our life. Is it okay? It's just a few minutes thing. Okay, what I wanted all of you is, it's a small demonstration which I'm going to prove right now how the words what you think, okay, or what you hear can impact you. Okay, so what you need to do is, just for a few minutes, it's hardly going to take 2-3 minutes. Sit in a normal condition. Okay, the way you're sitting, keep yourself hands free. Okay, I hope because I'm unable to see any one of you, so this kind of this online session, this is my second online session I'm doing. Generally I do in person. Okay, in my audience are in front of me, so I know exactly how you are all. So right now I can't see most of you all, so it's all muted, both video and audio. So I presume that all of you are listening and trying to do what I'm saying. Okay, so what you need to do is close your eyes, okay, and listen exactly what I'm going to say right now. Okay, close your eyes and think something very beautiful or something very happy which has happened in your life in the last few months. Anything, maybe a marriage or a birthday function, or you would have got a job or a salary hike, something which has happened, something which has brought you happiness in your life. Just see through those moments, how beautiful it is. Okay, anything, because each one will be experiencing certain aspect of your life. Okay, so how happy you are, how joyful you are, and you're enjoying with your family, your friends. Okay, so nice it is, so nice and enjoying you are. Okay, those beautiful moments, right? You can feel it right now. Those beautiful moments, whatever it may be, those beautiful moments, is so nice to feel it. Okay, now I'm going to take you into another situation. Now imagine in your last few months, something very bad has happened in your life. Okay, whether it is you, your family, or your friends. Somebody would have lost their job, or you have lost your job. Okay, or some medical problem. Something would have happened. Okay, just in the last few months or whatever it is. Just imagine the pain what you are going through, the trauma what you and your family is going through, the challenges, the issues. It's so painful, right? those hardships, those issues, or the bad incidents, it's really traumatizing you. You'll be in trauma. You don't know what to do. How do I come out of it? Right? So it's a very painful situation. Okay, now slowly open your eyes, all of you. Okay, relax, relax. I'm sorry, I have to make you to go through this this experience in the second one. Here, if you see, okay, most of you would have felt in that first instance when I said about happiness, about pleasure, joy, it took us into a different realm altogether. Okay, your mind, your thoughts, because the words which I kept pouring into you, you accepted it, and you also kept energizing it, right? You have been energizing in a positive manner. The same on the other side, okay, on the trauma side. So when I shared those traumatic moments, those negative words, it started impacting you so bad, right? Why? Because that again is the same energy. See, the words, what you listen, what you understand, it impacts you so much. The more the energy you give to that word, it's not about the word alone, okay? It is about the energy which you put across on that word. Okay, so when you think anything, whether you want to achieve something, whether you want to do something, always do with complete energy. Okay, give that energy into your words, into your action, and then go with completeness. Only then you will be successful. That is what this positive thinking is all about. And for that, there are a few things we need to imbibe in our life. Okay, one is that accept everything. Okay, every moment of your life. See, whatever is happening in our life, whether it's a bad experience, bad things or good things, whatever is happening in our life, you can't change it, right? It has to happen. It has to happen. You have to go through that flow. So why people get into issues or unable to handle this, because they get completely attached into that, whether it is a negative things, they get into that involved completely. So they are unable to come out of it. So they feel, oh my God, what's happening to me? Okay, I think I'm lost over here. I couldn't do anything. So these kind of thoughts, you should come out of it. You should be grateful. First, accept things as it is. This is the word I use. Accept whatever is happening, whether it is good, whether it is bad, whether it is challenging. Okay, for here, from a psychological perspective, what I would request everybody to use is, don't use harsh words in your life. Okay, use words which is very, very soft. For example, if somebody is going through, okay, I'll give you another example. I'll take myself as an example. Okay, I'm going through a very hardship in my life, and somebody calls me and says, hello Swami, how are you? And the moment I say, oh my God, it's terrible, man, I'm going through pain in my life, I don't know what to do, it's all issues, problems. The moment I utter these words, I myself feel so bad about myself. The person who is going to listen, okay, he would have called me to convey some good news, or we don't know what he'll be thinking. Oh my God, what have I done here? Okay, calling him to check, and here he is just, barging me with all negative words. On the contrary, if I'm going to say, in spite of what are the problems I have, okay, which I definitely do, okay, in all my life, I do this very, very strictly. It is that whenever or whatever the situation I may be, when somebody calls me or somebody meets me, when they say, how are you? First thing I say is, I'm awesome. I'm fantastic. I'm great. I'm doing good. Okay. The moment you utter these words, you feel also good at that moment. And you make the other person also feel good. Your problems, issues, whatever it is, that is fine. It is always there. You can handle it separately. But when you start using these positive words, it creates a positive energy within you and within others also, where people around you, they can also feel it. Okay, so this is the way we have to handle those things. Why? Because as I told you, most of the time, why people are unable to handle this thing is, most of the time, either we live in the dead past. I'm always saying past is always dead, or we try to live in the unpredictable future. In between these two zones only, we always generally try to live. We don't come to the present. What is happening right now is a reality. So to live in reality, what you need to do is, I would just suggest few things you should be doing in your life. One, see beauty everywhere, in every aspect of your life. Okay, see the beauty, enjoy and cherish every moment, whether it is your job, whether it is your family, your friends, whatever is happening around. Yes, there might be sometimes issues and challenges. Okay, but still see beauty. I'll give you an example here. Husband and wife. Okay. Early morning, the husband is getting ready. Again, not in this situation. Now we are in a different situation. All are holed up in our home. But once this is over, our routine life where we used to go to job and come back. So the husband is getting ready, and in a hurry, he comes to the table to have his food. So while he is eating, okay, his wife would have served, and he could feel that the idli or dosa, whatever he's eating, is absolutely no salt, tasteless. So what does he do? Generally, in the tension, he will shout at his wife, "What the hell have you done, man? Can't you even prepare a good food for me? I have to go to office. See, if this is the food you're going to, prepare, how will I eat?" From there, the wife, she will scream over there. She'll be thinking, she will also revert back stating, "What do you think? Do you think I don't have any other job? I have to take care of the kids, have to do so many household work. In that I'm doing this. Why can't you adjust? There is a salt over there, right? You can apply put that salt and you can have it." This confrontation or the verbal confrontation goes, and from this dosa, it'll go into their past 20 years history. Okay, it'll go and on and on and on. You did this, that is why I did. You did that. So it goes on and on and on. Okay, why? Because the way how you handle those things. How do you handle? Simple. If that husband has told while he taking, if he had beautifully said, "Wife, my dear lovable wife, please come here. I think there is salt, salt is less over here. Just taste and see. If you think it is okay, I'm also fine." And the wife will come and taste it. She said, "Oh, I'm sorry." She'll know that the salt is there. So how you handle the situation, it is in your hands. So what is that missing part over here? It's simple. It is your ego. This is another big aspect in our life. The ego. I am earning, or I know everything. That also can hamper your thinking process. This is also part of that positive thinking. Okay, how you make everything, whatever in your life you are going through, everything part of it. So that is why I said, see beauty in everywhere, whether it is your family, whether it is at work. Even in work also, we have a lot of pressures. Okay, so each and everything, I cannot address directly, but still in a general way, be blessed. See beauty in everything. This is one first aspect of it. Next aspect is anxiety. Okay, most of us are always anxious of both. Okay, whether it is good, bad, we keep on brooding over things which may not even happen, but we are still anxious. When we go for a job, we'll be thinking, will I be able to sustain in this job for long? Will I be able to do things? What will my manager think about me? What if I do things and it goes wrong? So we keep on assuming things which is not even existential. It is not there. I'm saying this is the way most of us do that. It happens. You can't deny. A lot of people, no, I'm always thinking positive. But in that also, sometimes people do go through this thought process. Okay. Here again, what I would suggest is, whatever has to happen, it will happen. Okay. But what you need to do at that moment, live the way it should be lived. Okay. Don't be anxious. Don't keep brooding over things or think about things which is not in your control. In this moment, at this moment, can you do things the way it should be? Perfect you are. Why? Because when you do things the way it has to be done at this moment, the next moment also takes care in its own beautiful form. Okay, so like that, start doing things in a relaxed manner. Relax. If you're tense or if you're feeling upset or depressed, just pull out, relax. This is where I keep telling so many people, the best solution or the way forward for this is anxiousness or depression, or we call anxiety, all this thing is meditation. Okay, just that few minutes of, I'll be doing a session separately, maybe in a week, or, there's a schedule already there where I'll be demonstrating. I'll be teaching you what exactly is meditation and how to do that meditation in a very, very, very simple way. Okay, in case if time permits, let me see if I can do that for all of us in this group for a few minutes. Okay, so meditation is one good thing you can do. Another thing is keep yourself fit physically by doing exercise, any form of exercise. Okay, you can do aerobics, you can go to gym, you can do anything like walking, whatever you feel good, please do that. And best I would always recommend is yoga. It's not because I'm a yoga instructor, but yoga is the best because yoga has physical, mental, and emotional aspect of it. When you start practicing, those who have practiced yoga, they know the benefit of it, because in yoga we give more importance of breathing. Okay, the breathing keeps you alive. The life itself is breath. My first book itself, what I've written is called breath. Okay, breath, that is called prana. Okay, here I'll just give you an example. Why I'm so emphasizing on this breathing is, have you all observed that when you're tensed, when you're angry, during those times, if you observe your breathing, it'll be very heavy. Your breathing will be very heavy. You'll be breathing too fast. Okay, at that moment your mind cannot think proper. That is why when you are in anger, you start uncontrollable. Your emotions, your words, everything goes uncontrollable. Why? Because your breathing is very fast. Same if you think on the other side. Okay, when you're calm, when you're relaxed, if you observe, your breathing will be very slow and steady. So when your breathing is slow and steady, what happens is your thinking, the thoughts are more subtle in nature. There is a clarity of thoughts. You can see things clear. Okay, I'll give you a small example over here. And most of you would be knowing cricket. Okay, if you see, I'm just saying as an analogy. Okay, in this analogy, people in the crowd, that is the spectators, will have more or better ideas than the players on how to handle when the team is playing. Why? Because the spectators are not involved in the match, because they are away from the match, so they don't feel the tension or the pressure. So same way, when any problems, any issues, or any challenges when you go through in your life, you have to step back and become a spectator in your life. Okay, when you become a spectator, you will start seeing things better. Why? Because you're not tensed. You're not, going or getting into that problem. So every problem has a solution. So this is another way of that, how you handle your anxiousness. Why you are getting anxious? Because you are getting involved in the problem. When you involve in yourself into the problem, you can never see solution. So step back. So best way, step back, take a deep inhale, exhale, relax, and wait. Maybe some solution you can get immediate. Some may take few days, or some may take few weeks. In some takes years also. Okay, don't worry. Everything will happen at the right time. Okay. The third one is always expect best in your life. Every moment. Okay, every moment of your life, always think whatever is happening in my life is best for me. How that mind works, what you expect, it really comes. That's the power of that mind. Okay, how or what you handle, whether you accept, think about negative or you're positive, it happens. The way I said about that astrologer story. Okay, the moment he started believing, if that guy had believed what that astrologer said, the next 4 years, okay, my life is going to be miserable. He may not be miserable, okay, just because of the chart, whatever. I mean, I'm not contesting about astrology or palmistry. I'm not going to the subject. But since that astrologer told that guy, you're going to go through adversity, ordeal in your life for the next 4 years. Maybe he may not go, but since he believed in what that astrologer said, those words, the words has no impact. The energy what he has given into that words, okay, will have an impact that not 4 years, it may go even more. He'll be going through a lot of problems in his life. Even when he get an opportunity, he can't see that opportunity. Why? Those words of that astrologer, You may not be consciously aware of it, but subconsciously it will come and impact on you consciously that you're going to fail because somebody told that you're going to fail in the next 4 years. So don't allow that. Don't ever do that. Believe in yourself. Trust me. Okay, I'm saying with conviction because I've experienced, I've gone through these challenges in my life. Whenever any challenges come, what I use it, the one word which I called is experience. Okay, use the word experience for challenges, issues, adversity, ordeal. All these words delete from your memory. Use that one word called experience. I am going through an experience. Okay, yes, that experience is not giving me the result what I was looking at or what I am looking for. But when you use that, look at the way that experience word and those words, adversity, ordeal, challenges, it's very, very harsh, right? It really gives you a very, very bad impression, bad impact. Even as a psychologist, okay, a lot of people come to me for counseling with a lot of phobias, fear phobias, bipolar disorder, all this stuff. Generally, what I tell them is, please stop using those words, bipolar disorder, okay, phobias, fear phobias, just take it out. It's just that you're uncomfortable because of certain situations. How do you handle that? So here again, the energy, what you infuse it into your words, it results in the action, what you're doing. Okay, so always, as I told, accept the best in your life. Always accept everything is for good. That's fine. Next is worry. It's similar to anxiety. Worry. Keep on worrying, whether things are happening or not happening. Okay, we always keep worrying. I have a dream. If that dream doesn't happen, we worry. We expect something. If that doesn't happen, again we worry. Small things we keep worrying. By worrying, what will happen is you will get mentally sick, emotionally sick, and it's going to impact you physically also. A lot of people have, some, people have some physical problems. It's because of that worry. The more you keep worrying and worrying, it's going to impact you physically also. So here I generally use the word, I use a diagram called a triangle because since I'm not doing in person. So it's, you can just imagine like a triangle, okay? A triangle where I use the bottom two part. One is body, the second one is mind. These are the two things which is holding us. When these two things are fantastic, the third one, which is on the tip, is called the emotions. That emotions is nothing but your behavior, your character, your habits, what you see, what you think. All these things happens over here when these two things are balanced. That is your body and your mind. If one goes imbalanced, automatically the other get affected, and these two things can affect your thought process. That is what we call positive thinking, or look things in a positive manner. So how do you handle this both? How do you keep yourself physically and mentally fit? I already told you, for physical fitness, it's nothing but exercise. Along with exercise, good food habits, good sleep habits. Okay, these are the things you need to imbibe. Again, this is a different session. I don't want to get into this. Then for the mind. So mind, what you need to do is you have to see good things, hear good things, things which is going to give you positivity. Don't get involved in negativism. People, if somebody is going to talk only negative, better you can avoid that, because that's going to impact you. So these two things, if it is good, then your outcome of your thoughts will become good. So worry, that's another biggest enemy in our life. We need to throw it out. And the next one is problem solving. Okay, this is a subject I have prepared a PPT for this alone, with problem solving. How do we solve problem in our life? If something happens, how do you do that? So there is again a positive approach. When you think positive, when you think, everything is happening for a reason, and I have that energy to handle anything in my life, automatically you can see solution. As I was telling that, I gave an example of that cricket and audience, the spectators. So since the spectators are not involved in the match, they could easily, get better ideas than the players, because the players are involved in the match. So when you go through any problems or issues, as I told you, always use the word experience. Yes, I'm going through an experience in my life, which is not comfortable. The moment you start thinking in that aspect, what will happen is automatically, without your knowledge, you'll step back and you'll start seeing the problems as not problems anymore, that these are all an experience which you have to handle. Because every one of you, every one of us have got that energy. Trust me, we all have that energy. We all have that power of doing things in the way we are required to do. Okay, we cannot compare. Do not ever compare one with another one. It generally happens at home. Okay, I'm writing a book called Parenting. Okay, and next week I'm going to, with this session I have done in TNCA, Tamil Nadu Cricket Academy, specifically for the parents whose kids are into sports. So I mentioned, I kept the title itself as sports parenting. Why? Because how that pressure the parent put on the kids. Okay, comparing them with somebody else. Never do that. I'm not blaming any parents. Saying everybody, even we should never compare, even in our job. Do not compare what the other person is gaining or getting in his or her life. Don't do that. What you have to do it proper and wait for the result. Yes, at times, certain things may not be justifiable. Okay, you might think that you have been ignored and somebody else is getting a promotion. That's fine. If you wait, it will happen. Okay, so here, as I told you, 5 things, right? So problem solving is another aspect of how you handle things in life. So now, along with all these ingredients, okay, this problem solving, anxiety, worries, seeing beauty in everything. So all these things, if you start understanding, if you start applying in your life, automatically what happens? The positive thinking, you start thinking positive, the positivity, you can feel in every aspect of your life. So for which, what is the another ingredient what you need to have is willpower. The willpower of doing things, to achieve things. Okay, so here I'll I want to give you a story about willpower. This story is about a villager, and his only son, he ended up in jail for some reason. Okay, it's a story, so let's not get into that. Let's just understand the moral of the story. That is what I'm more bothered about. So this guy is in the jail, and his father is very old man, but they do have a small field where they can do some farming and make money. But since the son is not there, the father couldn't do anything. So the father wrote a letter to his son. Son, I'm unable to do anything. I'm so old and fragile and frail. So what do I do? If you had been here, you could have helped me in digging the farm, and we could have planted something, and we could have earned our money. So what that son did? He wrote a small letter. Dad, please don't dig the garden, because that is where I've buried some guns over there. Okay, and he wrote the letter and he gave it to, obviously, in the jail, whatever letter you transact, the police officials read that letter before they send it across. The moment they read that letter, they thought, okay, here is a culprit, he got caught. Next day, a dozen of police landed in the old man's house. They dug up the whole field around. They couldn't find a single gun over there. So they came back. Again, next day, the son wrote a letter. Dad, this is a small thing which I can do it for you. So your whole farm is dug. Please go and start, planting some trees and, do the farming. Okay. So in a way, from the jail, what he did, he made others to do what he couldn't do. So that is what I call willpower. Okay. Maybe the approach, what he has done, all these things, let's don't read into that too much. But look at the way what he thought. I want to help my father. He was in a jail where he couldn't do anything, but from there he made others to do, and without even a penny spent. Okay, that's willpower. So this is the kind of a willpower each one of you should imbibe. Whatever may be the situation, whatever may be the circumstances, every circumstance, every situation do have a solution. How do you find the solution? The word I use is relax. The moment I use the word, right? Relax, relax, step back. You will get the solution. Why? Because the moment you start relaxing, you will get a clarity of thoughts. That's what meditation does. As I told you, I'll be doing a session separate. So meditation, again, just a quick brief. Meditation is not an alchemy for getting solutions. No, absolutely it is wrong. That's wrong approach, which a lot of people do. Meditation, when you start practicing meditation, it gives you a clarity of thoughts to handle your problems or issues or challenges in your life. So there again, how you handle all these things, I'll teach you in some other time. So here again, as I told you, with this story on the willpower, okay, how with that willpower he could handle the situation, right? So then, so you know what is willpower, you know how things are. So all these things comes to one aspect called the main key aspect called decision making, right? Decision making, that's a huge skill, which if time permits, I will do a session some other time. But for decision making, I generally tell people there are only two questions you need to ask before you take any decision or you make any decision. Why am I making this decision? You understand? Whenever you have to decide anything in your life, whatever may be in your life, whether it is personal, your official, or whatever it is, two questions keep strongly into your mind and keep asking before you start doing those. One is, why am I making this decision? Simple. Next is, am I prepared to take the responsibility of my decision? That's it. Right? Why am I taking the decision? Yes, if I have made the decision, will or am I prepared to take the responsibility of the decision? That's it. You have all the answers in these two questions, trust me. Because anyway, time is running out. It's already 6:45 because my time is only, we have a 45-minute slot. So again, this decision-making skill is a big subject, which definitely I need at least an hour. So what I would suggest you is just think over these two questions. Why am I making a decision? Am I prepared to take the responsibility of the decision? Why? I'll just give you a hint. Idea is that whatever decision you make, think, and once you decide, okay, please, everybody, my friends, please listen this. The moment you take a decision, it's fine. You go ahead with that. And sometimes it might be a failure. Sometimes it might be a success. Do not regret. Don't ever regret on your decision. Sometimes it can be a failure, but you have done a decision. You have taken a decision at that moment based on your circumstances, based on your situations. Sometimes it may not favor. That's okay. Why? Because the moment you start regretting, what happens is you will never try to move forward in your life. Your next decision making will become a big challenge for you. You will be hampered. Don't allow that. So never regret what decision, whatever you have made. It's fine. You go ahead. If there is a failure, look into that failure. Again, use the word. Think. Why am I taking this decision again? Okay, there you can find better solution to handle that situation. Like that, you have to keep moving forward. Okay. So can I just another few more minutes or 5 or 10 minutes? Is it fine?
Yep, sure. Absolutely. Your words are music to our ears.
Great, thank you. Okay, here I want to tell you a story. Okay, again, a beautiful story. This is about a king. Okay, this king had only one eye and one leg, but fantastic king. Okay, his kingdom was happy. You know, people living in his kingdom was so happy. Everybody is having money, joy. Everything was going good, and the king, he was only thinking, when he came and he used to see the photos of his ancestors, everyone are handsome and thing. But since he was having one eye not proper, and he's lame with one leg, so he thought, how can I put my photograph? So what he did, he announced that whoever can make a beautiful picture of me, okay, I'll be very happy. Nobody came forward because everybody knows that How can I make a person who doesn't have a one eye and one arm, sorry, not one leg, one arm was missing? How can we make a good picture of him? But later a guy came, he said, King, I can make a picture of you. Beautiful picture. He said, fantastic, go ahead. And what he did was, he made a side angle of that king. Okay, the king standing like this with a bow and arrow, that's it. So only one side with a sword, the other side is camouflaged, is come. So one eye, it is visible, one hand, it is visible. Okay, so how a positive approach has made things different. Okay, how each one think positive, those deficiencies can be overcome. Okay, so this is the way we need to see our life also. Whatever we are going through in your life, don't see through it as a disability. Even if you fail in your life, no problem, it's okay. Failure is part of our life. I am telling you, trust me, only through failures you learn good things in life. Okay, not through good period or when you are happy or something. When you go through adversity, when you go through challenges, there you learn a lot of things in your life. Okay, so with this, I want to again teach you one small technique called self-hypnosis or auto-suggestion technique. Okay, if somebody is having a lot of problems, this is actually approved, and a lot of leading psychiatrists also do this. How you want to do, it's up to you. Okay, I know it's time is running out. I'll just quickly tell you this. It's a very simple technique. What you need to do is, if somebody is going through a problem, whether it is physical, mental, emotional, financial, whatever it is, phrase a sentence. For example, if somebody is going through a lot of medical problems, health issues, what you can do is phrase a sentence like, day by day, I am getting healthier and stronger every day. That's it. Just phrase that sentence. And then what you need to do is, when you go to sleep, okay, start repeating those words continuously like a mantra. Why? Because when you go to sleep, first it's a waking state. Then what happens, from the waking state, you go into a half sleep state. That state is what we call hypnotic sleep or hypnotic state. That is where most of the psychiatrists or we do give that positive thoughts. So when you start chanting this sentence, okay, continuously in that self-hypnotic state, what happens is, it goes from your conscious mind, it goes into your subconscious mind, and then it comes back to you from your subconscious to your conscious. Okay, and it has an impact. Trust me, you practice this. Again, I'm just running through because of the time factor. So I'm just running through this. Ideally, I should have taken another 15 minutes to brief this. Okay, so to wind up, so for positive thinking, as I told you, most of the ingredients, what you need to think is, don't give up, don't worry, don't be anxious, accept things the way it is, and keep moving forward. Okay, so this is how you have to approach your life, and live positively, think positively, and live positively. There is one more beautiful story, but since the time is already, a lot of people are logging out, so I don't want to keep waiting everyone. But this is a fantastic story. But this story is nothing. It's called a mantra for all problems. Okay, it's called a mantra for all problems. If time permit, this will take another 2 minutes. Okay,
we can do that.
Okay, so here again, this mantra is about a king. Okay, this king, as usual, like our earlier king, very happy. The kingdom is happy, people are happy, everybody is happy. But the king is not happy. He said, I want one single mantra which can give solution to everything in my life. Nobody could give a mantra like that. So suddenly, one day again, one person came, a sage came. He wrote something in his, in a paper, and he folded and he gave it to the king, and he told the king, do not open until you are in a very grave situation. Okay, when you know the situation, you cannot do anything. That is when you need to take it out and read it. He said fine, and he kept it in his ring in the finger, and he kept it inside. After some time, a neighboring kingdom invaded this king, and this king along with his troops has to run away. And while going into the forest, he escaped, and after going for some time, he thought, what should I do? Then he remembered, okay, that sage has given me a mantra, I should handle this. The moment he took that paper and he read it, This too shall pass. What is that mantra? This too shall pass. Then the king thought, what is this? He immediately couldn't grasp what the essence of that beautiful words. Then slowly when he contemplated, he thought, and he got the answer that just a few hours back, I was in a kingdom with everything in my hand. Right now, nothing is here. So that also passed away, right? This too shall pass. That good period is past. Now he is in a situation where he lost his entire kingdom. So then he thought, if that can move off, this also will pass. That is, this too shall pass. So he took the courage again. He, trooped his troops again. After some time, he again raided the kingdom, that the people, and he drove them back. And again, he went back to the kingdom, and people were so happy. So he just got exalted, and I thought, man, I am the very powerful guy. I think nobody can defeat me. The moment that thought came, he thought about what that mantra is. This too shall pass. That is, this moment is also not real. This can also pass by. So that is when the king thought, every moment is not fixed. Everything will move on in our life, whether it is good, whether it is bad. Okay, so accept that reality that this too shall pass, and your life will be beautiful. Okay, thank you all, and thank you so much. Thank you, sir. I've done.
Wow. So I was told that you have passion to transform people's life through life coaching, counseling, mentoring, and to guide people to tap into their strength and potential using powerful techniques, which you have demonstrated actually. So we have seen that, and believe me, all your words were music to at least my ears. But that's what I've inculcated a lot of habits which you have mentioned about, and having this positive energy you can have only if you have the positive attitude, the willpower, as you mentioned, and you can't change anything because whatever happened. The only thing, like if you have a positive attitude, you will see, okay, if anything would have happened wrong, how you can correct it. You will not let it happen again. That is what at least you can do. That is in your hand.
Absolutely.
And then the next thing you said about worrying. Why to worry if things are not in your control? Why to worry? Even if you worry, can you change? No. Then if you can't change, then why?
Nothing is in our control. Trust me, the
Yeah.
fact is nothing is in our control.
Correct.
Yeah.
We should be checking on what are the things in our control. We should be keeping a tap on those things.
Absolutely.
And you have taught, spoken about most of the things are the values, general values, which you used to learn and listen from our teachers in our school time. Be empathetic, honest, follow your values, whichever parents have given to us. Yeah. All those things, if you are going to do that, we are perfect. We will be having very, very less issues, problems in our life. You mentioned believe in yourself. I understood to motivate people. I heard somewhere the people said every day morning when you wake up, you just pat on your back and say like, I am the best, I am the best, I am the best. Just keep the thought the entire day, you will be doing wonders. Absolutely. So that's nothing but again a technique of keeping yourself positive. Absolutely. Great. Thank you so much for.
Yeah, one last thing, sir.
Yes.
Okay. For my all friends who was in the session, in case you want to reach me personally, you can note my number. It's 984-000-9257. Repeat, 984-000-9257. This is the number. You can reach out anytime. You can reach out between 9 evening and 3. I'm shut down because that's my personal time. Okay, and also I'm there in YouTube, as I told you, YouTube channel. It is Swami Pradeep, and every video, at the end of that video, my contact details are given. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you. Just want to check from audience. Anybody wants to say something? Any thoughts?
Hey Praveen, this is Captain Rajesh. So first of all, thank you so much, Swamiji. Obviously, you, as a disciplined man, you felt that time was running short, but everyone was writing on the chat that we have enough time for these sort of talks. So please continue. So we didn't want to stop you in between. So but the messages were all across that everyone is enjoying so much. So it may look like that we have maybe even now 70 login, but every login may have multiple people because this for family members. So 200-300 people are still there on the call. So I think it was very powerful. And in fact, I also wrote that whatever you are saying is very, very important in our lives. Somehow we all tend to miss it. And one thing, and you still may be feeling the time is running short, but these are important things for us in our lives. So like you said, try and greet everyone when people call, try and say, okay, everything is fine. But at the same time, when you are not in that mood, like if there is something bad which has happened in your life, that's an obvious reaction that you can't be positive. How do you manage that? I mean, how do you say that one should be positive all the time? So that's one thing, if you can just throw some light there, because prior to that, you did that exercise that close your eyes. And when you were talking about good things in life, a lot of young people like me were thinking about their girlfriend. They were feeling really good about it. Suddenly you started talking about bad things, which gives you pain. You obviously felt the pain also. So when you're thinking of something, whether it's positive, negative, it comes there. Like that's an automatic reaction. So same way, if something bad has happened in my home and someone called me, like Praveen calls me, my first reaction is, oh shit, I'm in a bad shape. So automatically that comes in. How to control that?
See, this first, as I told you, I've given some example also. In life, whatever is happening, accept things as it is. This is the mantra I use, as it is, because you can't change your circumstance, you can't change your situation. What has happened has happened. Okay, so how do you come out of it? By acceptance of the situation, whether it's a bad experience or a loss of somebody or a loss of business. The moment you got stuck over there or you're going to get stuck, you cannot move out of it. Okay, so that acceptance is the first step forward for you to move forward, and this takes tremendous effort. Okay, through understanding. That understanding comes only when you keep motivating, when you see things, hear things of good and positive things around. So again, this will take some more time. So this is the basic thing. If you do, you'll be fantastic.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So a lot of people are still writing on chat about your number. Jatin, if you can. Okay, Jatin has written that number on the chat.
It is mentioned 9840009257.
Okay.
9840009257. That's
okay. Great. Thank you so much. This was all what I want to do. There's a lot of other things, but you're right. Time, we have limited time, so probably we need to set up another session. That's all what I can say. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Captain. Thank you so much, Captain. In fact, we have spoken earlier also, a few years back. You would have forgotten. I'll call you later.
No. I remember that. I didn't want to start on that note, but I do remember that. We will definitely talk about this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Captain.
Great. Anybody else? I think people would have got most of their answers.
Yeah.
Great. Swami Pradeep, thank you so much for enlightening us with a lot of new things, a lot of positive things, how we can convert our life into positivity. Though I know today's scenario, the positive words has become negative, but we should always check for keeping our attitude as a positive. Good. Thank you so much. It was lovely hearing you. And we will connect some other day, some other time, if time permits. Till then, I'm signing off, and everybody keep yourself safe, be at home and be healthier. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.